And here live at CRS 2025, here the Backstage Pass, again powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com, and of course out there at KKTC True Country 99.9. A lot going on here too as well, and about to wrap up probably in the next hour or so here with all the great coverage here, day 2 of Country Radio Seminar. If you've never been, it's like the Radio Row of Super Bowl. It is amazing to come to these events. Brandon Morrell, Caden Gordon out there too as well. The CadenGordonShow.com, today's best country mix out of Boston. One of my good partners right there. Place to welcome in Due West. And it's time, you know what they say, Due West, because every time I think of that, I'm thinking of Scottsdale, Arizona. I know that's more like in the desert out there, but I go to California out there. I know you got some great stories to tell, but what a name.
Yeah, man. In fact, one of the guys in our band's from Arizona. So we did our little PCR, our album cover was all in Tucson, Arizona.
Yep.
I'm from Utah. One of the other guys from our band's from Wyoming, so that's where we got the Due West. We were driving up. We had a gig here in Nashville at the Alabama Grill. We didn't have a name yet, and they're driving through Due West Avenue, and one of the guys said, "Hey, we should call it Due West." So that's awesome.
What a great group there. Yeah, I'm an Arizona Cardinal fan too. So like I said, no pride over spilled milk when it comes to that too. But I love it. Scottsdale out there, my favorite towns, and I love Phoenix and Sedona.
Oh yeah, dude.
You want to hike a place in Red Rock Country? Go out to Sedona.
You get elk up there too. It's great.
Well, tell us a little bit about this 2025 fast start here. What are you most looking forward to?
We're looking forward to get 2025. Just a lot more good country music coming out, and we're part of it. We're part of a good country music group coming out. I know Nashville's aching for good country music, and we're fortunate to be signed under Dean Dillon's new label called Unwound Records. And Dean Dillon has taken us on as his artists and friends, and we got together and wrote this whole album with him, and continued to write songs with him. And we're hoping to get out there with a single and finally make a mark in country music with what we got.
Just to say that name, Dean Dillon.
Right? Yeah.
Just get chills down my spine.
Me too. He's an amazing guy, amazing friend of ours. In fact, before we write a song, he makes us go out and mow his yard and do all his yard work. Not makes us, he has us do that. And then we have lunch, and then he looks up and he says, "Lord, it's Dean and the boys. Please bless that we write this great song." And let me tell you, I get chills every time when we end up writing a killer song. And he is truly a magic maker when it comes to writing songs, and I'm blessed to be a part of it and sharing his music out there.
And for those of people who don't know that name, responsible for many of the hits, a lot of hits George Strait had for a lot of years.
Yes.
The 60+ number ones, the greatest king of country music, has had out there too. Speaking of that, you work with a greatest guy, Dean Dillon too as well. 90s country has become a little bit of a topic over the last few years, and you see guys like Zach Top and Randall King, even Neil McCoy, how much he meant to it too as well. Anybody you can name out there doing it. Ryan McCubbin is a great songwriter too, a good friend of mine. Josh Ward done a lot of his records out there. Texas country artist. Why is it coming back?
Well, I really think people are craving basics again, and country music brings it back. Brings people back to what they believe in and what they know to be true. And country music it's about life. It's about real people singing about real people things. I think we lost touch. I'm not saying it wasn't country for a while, but I think we might have lost touch with what country music was. And I feel like people just want that back. And just the cry of the steel guitar and the simplicity of a fiddle and simplicity of the 3 chords and the truth. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And I think people crave it.
You would never know he's a Sawyer Brown fan, would you?
You would never know until you see the sweatshirt. You never know.
The reason I say that too is a funny story. I turned it on Prime Country one day, and again, back to that 90s country story. Mark Miller and what he's meant to the band. When did you kind of start getting into that style of music too? Because that was one of the ones that kicked it off for me. We're talking 80s, 90s country there.
It kicked it off for me too, man. I went to see Southern Pacific. You remember Southern Pacific?
Oh, yeah.
I went and seen that because they had "There's a New Shade of Blue." I love that song. I went to see them, but they opened for Sawyer Brown, in which Sawyer Brown opened for Kenny Rogers, and I was like, "This is Sawyer Brown, killer." I'd never seen him. Well, I fell in love. I ended up buying all their records, and I've become a huge fan of them to this day. I love their new album. I collaborated with him in the past. He was a producer of an artist named Bucky Covington, and Mark Miller heard one of my songs one night and recorded that with Bucky Covington. So that was an honor for me because Sawyer Brown played on the album. And it's just a tribute to 90s country, and they're one of the biggest of the 90s country, I would say.
That decade right there, like I said, often imitated, never duplicated, but I hope it's duplicated now with all these great artists. Because I'm digging, like, the Zach Top feel right now is crazy, right?
Amazing, dude. It's amazing. I watched that on TikTok on That's Country Music. And we're trying to do the same thing with what we're writing, and hopefully we can can be a part of that buzz of country music. Yeah.
Like a mini Tracy Lawrence meets Doug Stone kind of feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like to compare it like that, but I'm
You're
like,
better off in a pine box.
Better
Huh?
off in a pine box.
Exactly.
Well,
All
listen,
right.
when you listen,
Yes,
better
I
off-
do.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Good.
So, do you have any upcoming projects or singles or tours or anything that you might want to share with us?
So right now we're kind of just released our new single called "The Only Heart I'm Breaking Is Mine" and the "Only Heart I'm Breaking," and we're working that. So we're getting gigs across the country, trying to get as many as we can, hit a tour, but mostly trying just try to get the single out there as much as we can. So I think that's our goal this year.
That's great.
I love
Good
that
for
too.
you.
Great story, Tom.
That's
Tim,
right.
appreciate the time as
Yeah,
always.
appreciate
Yeah, thank
your
you guys, man. Appreciate
Do West,
it. Yeah.
right out
Appreciate your
there.
time, Tim.
Thanks, man.
Do
Look
West.
them up on social media too as
Yes,
well. And
please
of course,
do.
we get a chance to play some songs on KKTC on 99.9. We're going to do that out there in Taos, New Mexico too. Authentic country down to its core. 3 chords and the truth here. Back with more here. CRS Day 2 rolls on. 2025 continue from the Omni Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast.com. And of course, out there too, KKTC True Country 99.9. Stay tuned. You never know who's going to walk through.
Never know.
Kurt, back in the flesh.